Communication is the fundamental principle of all relationships. If the communication amongst the team members is awesome, very clear, concise, everybody knows what they're doing, no one's offended by anything that's said, then the team will work well. If the team has poor communication skills, the leadership has a hard time managing everybody, and nothing seems to get done with quite a bit of drama that happens in. So today I'd like to share with you some simple, easy tips to improve and to upgrade your communication with your team members so that you can build a strong, solid trust within your company and within your business and your team. So first and foremost, as I said, it is the most important thing, communication. If communication breaks down, relationships break down. There's marriages that break down because of poor communication. There are people that lose their jobs because of poor communication. There are people that leave their jobs because of poor communication. Poor communication amongst, kids and teenagers, all of those things. If there is any kind of block around that, then it doesn't work. So let's just talk about, communication has lots of different avenues to it. So before we get to the easy, simple tips in order for your team to work well, let's just make sure we review a few things. One, everyone has a different love language, or in the business or in your team environment, it's an appreciation language, right? They have things that either are said to them, like words of affirmation or physical touch or gifts or acts of service or quality time that make them feel appreciated. So being able to communicate with them on a regular basis around what they feel as their love language or appreciation language is going to be a fundamental piece in part of your communication. The other part is that everybody has different personality profiles. And so we have 4 major ones that we work here with Full Circle. One is the driver personality, right? They like to get things done to the point, direct, make decisions pretty quickly. Then there's the amiable. They just like to be loved. They're the golden retriever. They go with the flow. They just want everyone to be happy. And it's hard for them to make decisions, but they really value relationships. And then there's the expressive, fun-loving, carefree, spontaneous, laughing. They're the life of the party type of those otter type of people. And then there's the analytical people that really need all the details and facts and information in order to make some choices and decisions and feel comfortable. So when you know people's personality types, when you know their love language, you can better communicate with your team. And because so here's the tips that I want to talk about. It's how do people receive the information best? How do people give the information best? What is the best timing for the information? And also, when it's stressful, what's the best way to get the communication if it's in a more stressed manner? So those 4 categories and tips, head coach Tom got this information from Dan Sullivan. And basically amongst our team, we had everyone fill out, when you're receiving information, what is the best way? Is it through having a conversation on the phone or a video? Is it by an email? Is it by a text or a voice message? Because everybody responds differently. So I am an amiable personality. My love language is like words of affirmation, but I like to express and hear people's voice and tone. Whereas some drivers, they want quick, fast details. They don't have a lot of time for all the fluff, and they just want, send me a text. And then there's other people in our team that are very analytical and they need a lot of detail. They want a ton of detail about it. And the best way to communicate them is through an email, because they can reread it 3 times and make sure that they haven't missed anything. So basically, though, if you within your group have a list and figure out what is the best way for people to give information and receive it, and then the timing of it. So some people are, best get all of their emails or texts or messages first thing in the morning. And there's others that midday, that's when they choose to do all their tasks. And the others may be at the end of the day. So timing might be a good thing. So if you know that if you want to get something done, you have to give it to this person first thing in the morning, otherwise they're not going to see it. Or the best way to communicate something. The other part is also under stress. Like when they're under high stress, or you have some, a crucial conversation that you need to have with them, is there a better time to do that? Is it, again, early morning? Is it by email? Is it by something else? And so with all of those things, it's really important to learn how to communicate with your team. Because when you have very effective communication skills, businesses can run so smoothly. People stay in their lane. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. And there's no miscommunication and less chance of errors and greater probability of job satisfaction, as well as productivity. So let's just quickly summarize the key components of building an awesome team that communicates well. 1 is their love languages. 2 is their personality profiles. 3 is their Colby Index, which Fraser has done, a lot of extensive videos on that. So search that up for us. And 4 is making sure that you know what is best for you giving information and for receiving information, and for every team member as well, because it could be different through voice conversations, videos, phone call, email, text. And then also making sure that you know what their information is that they're getting, like how they want it delivered. Is it just bottom line stuff, lots of details? They need lists, they need diagrams, they need models, because everybody learns a little bit differently too. Some are visual learners, some are auditory learners. So all of those pieces of information combined together can create very, very effective communication skills. If you found any of these tips, informational tips helpful for you for communicating with your team, like us here, or subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get some more videos on communicating best with your team. And also, if you just like this and you thought this might be helpful for someone, share it to one of your friends or family members or team members, so that maybe this is the next thing you guys can do at one of your team meetings to improve your communication skills amongst your team. Hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for some more videos on best communicating.
Our mission at Full Circle Coaching and Consulting is to awaken individuals to the power of authentic expression and help them realize their full potential, both personally and professionally. Without a cookie-cutter approach, we help you design and manifest your most authentic dream life, resulting in you earning more money and you having more time with your loved ones. You don't need to learn anything new in order to have the business and life you desire. You need to unlearn and shed all the unsupportive beliefs and behaviors that are subconsciously sabotaging your success. We help you connect with that factory-installed inner guidance and then reverse engineer the steps it takes to go from where you are to where your heart is calling you to be. This is our specialty. Let us help. When you're ready, connect with us through the links in the description below, or go to our website at fullcirclecoachingandconsulting.com.